want you to pause for a second and really think about this. What would you do if you knew you absolutely could not fail? Not maybe, not if then, not luck, or timing what? If you knew you could survive any heartbreak, any betrayal, any breakdown, how big would you play? How far would you leap? How would life look if fear simply wasn't in the way? Most people don't realize that the things we're afraid of aren't barriers, they're invitations. They're opportunities for us to grow stronger in our faith, stronger in our resiliency. And here's the kicker. Fear only has the power we give it. You've been giving it way too much power. What if you decided to take it back today? What if you stared it down long enough, intimately enough, until it had no choice but to dissipate? You are the designer of your destiny. The pen has always been in your hand. Nobody else can write your story. Nobody else can define your financial path, your spiritual journey, or your emotional growth. Only you can. And that's huge. That's liberating. That means your next chapter can be as bold, as daring, and as wild as you dare to make it. But here's where most people get stuck. They try to play safe. They stay inside the lines. They follow the stories that other people wrote for them, and it feels comfortable, right? Except comfort is the silent killer of potential. Complacency hides behind comfort like a shadow. It whispers, "You're fine as you are." And you're not. You're meant for more. You're meant to push, to leap, to risk, to grow. If you want to go somewhere, you be never gune. You have to do things you be never dune. You have to say things you be never say. You have to be someone you be never bien. You are your own Michelangelo, sculpting your life, chiseling away the doubts and fears until the masterpiece emerges. And yes, it's going to feel uncomfortable. Your knees are supposed to knock. Your teeth are supposed to chatter. Those butterflies in your stomach, they're a sign you're playing big, a sign you're moving toward the life you're meant to live. Most people avoid discomfort. They avoid the hard conversations, the bold moves, the unknown. But here's the truth, discomfort is the doorway to growth. The bigger the leap, the bigger the reward. And it's not just about what you get, it's about the impact your courage can have on the world. Because when you step boldly, when you dare greatly, the world benefits too. Your leap might inspire someone else to jump. Your courage might give someone else permission to believe. Your story has a ripple effect far beyond what you see. And speaking of your story, what kind of story do you want to write? The pen has always been in your hand. Don't let fear or doubt dictate the plot. Write a story that excites you, scares you a little, and makes you proud when you look back. A story of leaping, falling, rising, and running full out. A story of serving, of risking, of loving with everything you've got. The fear you feel, it's just a made-up story about the future. You imagine pain, failure, rejection, and then you live it out. But it's not. It's only true if you let it be. And here's your power. You don't have to let it be. You can rewrite it. You can confront it, get angry at it, and say, "Not today. I'm not letting you drive me anymore." That's the moment you step into your power. That's the moment you decide to play in the biggest field you've ever played in. And let me be real with you. This isn't easy. Growth rarely is. You'll scrape your knees, you'll get hurt, your heart will ache. But here's the part most people miss. These scars are proof that you played full out. They're proof that you lived boldly. And honestly, if the only way to fall is by playing big, then bring on the falls. Because nothing worth having ever comes from standing still. So I challenge you today. Step off the edge. Leap, even though your stomach flips. Speak, even though your voice shakes. Move, even though you're unsure. Do the things that make you afraid. Because that's where your growth lives. That's where your greatness is waiting. That's where the life you've imagined can start to become real. Remember, the pen has always been in your hand. You are the author of your life. You are the sculptor of your destiny. Every chapter, every line, every word is yours to write. So write something remarkable. Write something that scares you a little and thrills you a lot. Write a story that, when you sit back in your final years, you can read and smile, knowing you played. You risked, you loved, and you leapt. Because at the end of the day, the only thing worse than failure is realizing you never even tried. The only thing worse than fear is letting it decide your story for you. Take the pen. Leap anyway, playfulao. Playfulao, your life, your story, you're impacted. All starts with that one choice. If this message hit you, comment iron below. This channel isn't for everyone, only for those who choose discipline over comfort. Subscribe if you re one of Tim. I'll see you at the top.